What's going on, everybody? Nico here with the Wooden Spoon. We're having another episode of The Sit Down, episode 10, and I'm joined by the CEO of Small Italians, Gabriella.
Hello, nice to meet you.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Thanks so much for taking the time. There's not a lot going on in the world, but I'm sure you're busy. You're killing it on TikTok. Almost 800,000 followers on TikTok.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm so grateful, but yeah.
How did that happen? Like, take us through almost like the origin story. Like, when did you even download the app?
So growing up, I was so into social media. I would make fake YouTube channels, and I always wanted to get into it. And then when I saw TikTok starting to take off, I was like, okay, this is a great opportunity to start to grow my fan base so people will actually want to watch my YouTube. So I started doing a lot of TikToks and starting to understand the trends, because at first it was so confusing. So I was like, what is TikTok? I didn't understand. I thought you just lip synced in front of the camera. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe I can just start to talk about being Italian, because a lot of that's what my family is, and I thought it'd be really cool. So
yeah. So taking a step back, have you always just wanted to be a content creator? Is that something that you've always had in the back of your head?
Yeah, growing up, I was always I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be a YouTuber. I'm gonna be a YouTuber, and I was just like, I'm not gonna say this to anybody because people are gonna think I'm ridiculous. But that's what the goal was always.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird because it's I forget the number, but it's that's the most wanted job in today's day, especially with the younger demo. Be a content creator, be a YouTuber. And it's funny, I was just talking to Austin Giorgio yesterday from The Voice. He's a singer-songwriter, and he was even saying it's weird, internet fame versus mainstream fame. It's internet fame has you have such a bigger following, say someone like Logan Paul versus Mark Wahlberg. So it's I think content creation is as a social media marketer, it's a very, very smart career path almost nowadays.
Yeah, it's super fun too, because you can add your own creativity to it. It's just, if you like to be creative and be your own person, it's awesome.
For sure, for sure. So what was one of the first videos that went viral for you on TikTok?
It's really embarrassing, actually, and it's a video of me talking about how I used to play Minecraft, and I was talking about it, and I was just like, okay, this will be funny. I didn't think anybody would see it, and then it blew up, and then I was like, okay, I'm not gonna tell anybody I'm on TikTok, because for a while I didn't tell anybody, and since my Instagram was linked from my TikTok, people were going on my Instagram and be like, oh my God, you're the Minecraft girl, and everyone was and I'm like, oh no. I was like, okay, well, I guess this is what's gonna happen now. So
yeah, that's actually a kind of a theory I have of why TikTok's so successful, is because when everybody first started going on, they thought no one would ever see their videos. So everybody was being really, really authentic at the get-go.
yeah.
And I'm kind of worried almost as more people hop on the app, people are going to be more worried about what people think of them. Or
Exactly. In the summer, it was everyone's always like, I want summer TikTok back, but it was so authentic and so fun, and so not even trying to impress people. It's just being yourself. And now it's come to be so toxic in a way, where it's people just want to show their bodies to get views and stuff like that. So it's really changed now from the summer, which is crazy because it's such a short amount of time. But
yeah, that's something now when you shoot a TikTok, I was just watching a bunch of yours, and you're really deep into transitions and stuff lately. Do you have anybody that helps you out with it? How do you take us through one single TikTok? How does the idea come? How does it show us the process?
So I was actually just filming one of the transition videos, and then I accidentally deleted it all. It was a whole thing. But having my mom do it, which was really bad, because I had my friend Lucas doing it for me for a while, and Corona happened, and then he just couldn't come because his dad's in the police force. And so I was like, okay, I need to improvise. I need to make videos still. So I was like, okay, Mom, you're gonna have to do it. And she's like, oh God. So at first it was a disaster. It was bad, because my mom would be shaking the camera all bad. And I'm like, oh no, this is not gonna go well. And then we would be sitting there for about 2 hours making one TikTok. And I was like, this is crazy. I could have had a whole YouTube video edited and everything done. I was you know what, I'm gonna do it because I do well. And so yeah, usually I do different stuff too. So it's it just depends on what I think is good and trending at the moment. So then I'll go hop on that.
Yeah, I love the TikToks that you do with your Nona. I think those are freaking awesome.
Yeah, she literally loves it. I'll wake up in the morning because I live with her, and she'll be like, all dressed up, and she's like, I'm ready. And I'm like, you're ready? And she's like, I'm ready to make some TikToks. I'm like, okay. So then I make some with her, and she loves it. She'll go on my live, and she'll be like, hi, guys. And like, she eats up the camera so much.
That's
But
funny. Yeah, so you've grown up obviously pretty Italian, right? And now does that kind of show through like a lot of your content, or because it's like I feel like now right now with TikTok there's so many people just like almost like hopping on like the Italian trend. I feel like it's like the coolest thing to do is be Italian on
yeah,
social media
or
right
when
now.
is it not? I'm kidding. But
Yeah.
like, um, I started doing it because I have my friend Kyrie. I don't know if you know who he is. He was like, Gabby, you should start to capitalize on like you being short. And I was like, yeah. I didn't even like put two and two of being Italian and short because my whole family is like, they're all short. So
Yeah.
I was like, I was like, okay, I should do something with being short. So I started making videos with like my phone up high, and then I was like, okay, maybe I can start talking about being Italian because I have like my really good friends Joey Naro and Matt Petito, and they do like really Italian videos. So I was like,
Yeah.
okay, it'd be fun to do that. So I started like putting it in my TikToks more, and then I started getting more of a fan base of Italians, which was really dope.
Hmm.
Because hardcore Italians had posted one of my videos, and then it just did very well. And I started getting a really big Italian fan base, which was really cool. So
Yeah, I know firsthand they're a very loyal fan base.
yes, I love it. They're all very like enthusiastic and support each other, and I love that. So it was really cool.
Some of them, however, I get almost shit on a daily basis for some of my Italian videos because I'll like mispronounce something. Like I'm taking like an hour, 2 hours sometimes making all these TikToks. Obviously, I'm gonna mess up. Do you get like a lot of hate sometimes on your videos or anything like that?
Honestly, like not really. I don't think I never personally have gotten hate. There was like stupid stuff where like little kids would say stuff, and I was like, okay. Like I honestly though, I don't really look at like hate. I'm just not like I don't really let myself get into it because it's not that I don't care, but it's like if I'm happy doing what I'm doing, I don't really like pay attention to like negative comments. And it sounds so stupid because people are like, well, how do you not pay attention?
Yeah.
I just don't. I think high school taught me that a lot was like just you got to ignore whatever's going around and just do you. And if people have a problem with it, that just means they're not supportive and they're not supposed to be supporting you. So I don't really let the hate get to me.
Hmm.
But thankfully I haven't had a lot of it. So
That's
yeah.
really good advice because I go the other route sometimes. I like to I don't know, I'm a hothead when something so when someone
Oh, so am
yeah.
I. Yeah.
So when someone says something like I like to go off on them and it's fun for me.
Yeah, I think that's the Italian side because I feel like
Yeah.
when I was in high school, if someone like said something to me, I was like, my mom's like, don't you let anybody say anything. You have to go up to them and say, I'm not scared of you. If you want to talk to me and say something behind my back, say it to my face.
Yeah.
So, so I'm like 4'11". I'm a little girl, and a lot of these girls are like 6 foot. And I'd be like, I walk over to them and be like, if you're talking about me, I don't care. You got to say it to my face. And they would like back down. I was like, okay, cool. Like this actually worked. And I turn around and ball my eyes out. I was like, you got to just make sure like no one, like you have to put on a front that you don't care. And then you can just turn around and then you can cry and like get nervous. But like, yeah, it's just all about ignoring it. Cause I remember if you feed into the negativity, you're only going to get negative back. So like when I'm positive back, I'm just like, ignore. I'm like, okay, cool. If that person doesn't like me, there's a bunch of other people that do. So like I don't really like focus on it.
And you're dropping some heat. This is good life advice right now. I'm talking to Gary V right now. No,
Very
that's good. Yeah, that's what I mean. I try to now because it's like when you give some of these people that are hating on your videos, like when you respond to them, you're almost like giving them attention. So like
mm-hmm.
whenever I do that, I'll try to even double down. And when people are like liking my videos and commenting support, I'll try to engage with them like twice as
Yeah,
much. That's
exactly.
so, where are you actually from? Because I hear a little bit of an accent. I know there's like the Italian in you. So where are we calling from right now?
So I was born in Philadelphia, so like the city of Philadelphia, and then we moved to the suburbs when I was like 3. So my parents have like a very strong Philly accent. So like we say water and all that. I don't say water. I say water because I'm sane. But like my family's very they have a Philly accent. I don't think I do, but people always say I do.
Mm-hmm.
But compared to people around me, I don't, because everyone's like very hard like Philly accent.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So what were you doing before like the quarantine happens? Like, are you in school? Do you work? Are you like full time into content? Like.
So I was in school my first semester of college, and I was at community school. And honestly, like I was an art major, so I was like, okay, this is not that bad. Like I used to be full into art,
Mm-hmm.
and then my social media started to kick up my first semester of college, and then my mind was just like, oh, like finally my dream's coming.
Yeah.
Screw school, and which was so bad because I was like, I kind of just like, I'd go to school and I would just think of like, I'd write down video ideas and except for like content the whole class. And keep on, my classes are 5 hours long.
Mm-hmm.
So that the whole 5 hours was me doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So I somehow got like all A's. I don't know how. And I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe I should take a break next semester because I was supposed to be traveling a lot right now. I was supposed to be in California, going to events and all that stuff. So my mom's like, you know what? Take a break this semester, see what happens. And if you can really start to do it, then I trust you. And then, but she wants me to go back. I'm going to go back to school next semester for digital marketing instead of
very cool
art. But yeah.
That's awesome. That's cool though. That's one reason I think I'm partially successful in what I do is because my parents have supported me all these years too. So that's really cool. That's really, I think, crucial to have a really strong backing, especially in family.
Exactly.
And that's what gets back to being Italian. I think they will keep you honest though. That's what I will say. Like if I say, oh, I want to quit and do this crazy pipe dream, like, all right. But then like it's 6 a.m. the next morning, you're getting your ass kicked and like, all right, start to get in gear.
Yeah. I always thought, because my mom was like, you know what? And this is something I always said to myself too. And it's a good mindset to think about because I feel like a lot of people will be like, oh no, well, you know, that's too big for you to do. Like, that's too much. Like, you can't do that. But I think if you say you have your backup plan and you're working on your backup plan along with your main plan. So you have your plan A and your plan B. If you're working on both, you can't put your full effort into your first plan. So like, I think if you really give it your all on your first plan, you're not going to have a plan B, if that makes any sense. So like, that's the way I think. So like, if you put your all into something, it's not going to like go.
I totally agree. I really like that because a lot of people, I don't know, you have to go all in, especially if it's your dream and it's what you want to do and you're passionate about it too.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've done a ton of stuff like since after high school, from being a real estate agent to going to school, working like retail. And then like one day I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm just going to go all in, and it pays off, especially when you have a strong backing and you've got to always, I don't know. I think, I'm trying to think of the right word, but give back to everyone who supported you too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So what's the future looking like for you? What do you got in the works? What are you planning on? I see you're going in on YouTube heavy.
Yeah, I'm starting to post twice a week now, and I've been filming a lot of YouTube videos. But that's where I really want to be. I want to be like a travel YouTuber and be able to travel the world and stuff like that. But I also want to get into music because I do sing a lot. But my main focus right now is just starting off my YouTube and getting that rolling before I start to focus on a bunch of different things.
Any travel? I mean, I know we really can't travel right now, but any travel plans?
I want to go to Italy so bad.
Oh, I just saw something. NIAF posted the government of Sicily is paying for half of your plane and a third of your hotel expense if you want to visit Sicily at the end of the year.
Oh, I'm going. See, like, I'm crazy like that. I'm crazy like that. I'll book a flight. Like, I booked a flight one time the day of. I was like, I'm going to go to Florida today. And I went for 24 hours and then I went home. It was really stupid, but I think so.
That's when the best stuff happens, is when I'm always on the limb too. Like, I was like, all right, I feel like New York City next week. So
yeah, great. Like, none of my friends want to do it, so I went alone. And I was like, okay, I'll meet my one friend in Florida. Like, what do I have to, like, I'm not doing anything this weekend, so whatever. But like, I plan on going. I want to go to Italy and I want to go to Greece, and I'll be back in California. But that's where I want to like live necessarily, but that's where my school is. But I want to go to those places the most. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. I mean, so a couple more things before we wrap it up. So what do you what advice do you have for someone who like wants to blow up? Not necessarily, I mean, I guess we could focus on TikTok, but I guess as a content creator as a whole. So what would some advice be?
Stay consistent and do not give up, because there's so many times where like even last week I was like, maybe like I shouldn't do this, like, because some days, not every day is going to be a good day, which is like something I have to like remember, and you probably understand that too, is like not every day you're going to grow the same amount, or some weeks are going to be lower than others, or some days are going to be like weeks are going to be higher than others. It's so inconsistent where you can't let yourself fall into the trap where you're like, oh my God, like I can't do this, because there's always times that you're gonna be a little down, and you have to just be able to get past that. So being consistent is the big one, and just don't doubt yourself is the other one.
For sure. I know there's been times, I mean, I don't have nearly the following you do, but I mean, we've got a healthy following, but it's like some days, like I feel like I'm in a slump for like a whole month. And then of course, like my mom gives me an idea and it goes viral, and then her ego gets bigger than mine.
Literally, my mom too. I mean, last week I was like, oh my God, TikTok will have like algorithm downs, like they'll do the algorithm that's just crap. Like they'll be messing around with it, and everyone's views and stuff is going down. It's just weird. Like weird stuff will happen, and all the content creators know about it, but we just like keep posting, but they'll just be extremely bad. And I'll be like, oh my God, like what if this is me? Like what is this my problem? Like maybe I'm not making good content. And like I start to panic, and I'm like, you know what? I'm fine. It's just like you need to like relax and just let things happen and keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, for sure. I actually have a question for you. How do you because this is something I want to try to do. How do you get your followers from TikTok to go to Instagram and go to YouTube? Because that's a struggle that I have.
Yeah, I've had that question a lot. A lot of people, like my friends, will ask me like, how did you before I started TikTok, I had a following a little bit on Instagram. I mean, not really. Like for like someone that didn't do social media at all, I had like a bit of a following. And when I started social media, I didn't really do anything exactly. It was just more, I think meme accounts would post me a lot. So like hardcore Italians and like hip hood memes. I don't even, I messed that up. I love you guys, but they would post my stuff a lot, and then they're following with like 2 million, 5 million on like their Instagrams would follow me. Like people would start to follow me, because I did like a lot of relatable stuff back in the day, where I'd be like, oh, just stupid stuff, honestly. And it would just like end up getting on meme accounts. So that was like the big thing, but I didn't really do anything besides that.
Yeah. And then one more question before, because I saw you're an ambassador for Down to Fundraise.
Yes.
Walk us through that. What exactly is that?
So Down to Fundraise is, I literally love the team. They're all awesome. Steven's amazing. He's our like manager-ish, I guess you could say. He puts us together, and we get to like hold fundraisers for like really good causes. We were going to do an event for the Australian wildfires, but we couldn't because of Corona, but we hold fundraisers and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it's really dope. Everybody there is awesome. So
awesome. Well, I can't thank you enough for coming on the show. I really, really appreciate it. Where could everybody follow you? If you do any paid promotion, how could people contact you? I know I've got some business owners that follow us, so where could everybody get a hold of you?
My Instagram at Gabriella Annalisa. I check my DMs a lot, and my YouTube and TikTok, and it's all the same ads. So
yeah, we'll have it all in the description here. Yeah. So thank you so much. Stay safe during the coronavirus, and hopefully we'll talk to you soon.
You too. Thank you for having me.
No problem.